Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about some tiny coins that could be worth a fortune. Moneybag, we're counting down the top 5 most valuable UK 1 penny coins that might make you rich. Some of these rare coins have sold for thousands, even up to millionaire value at auction. So before you spend your spare change, check your collection. You could be sitting on a hidden treasure. Let's get started. First up, the 1907 UK 1 penny coin is a true masterpiece of British numismatic history, a coin that bridges the elegance of the Edwardian era with the enduring value of old British copper. Though over a century has passed since it was first struck, the 1907 1 penny still captures the fascination of collectors and historians worldwide. This coin, once a simple part of everyday trade in Britain, has now transformed into a rare and highly desirable collector's item that could very well make its finder a millionaire in today's booming coin market. The deep, rich tone of its circulated copper and its classical design evoke a time when the British Empire was at its height, and the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint was unmatched. The story of the 1907 UK 1 penny begins under the reign of King Edward VII, whose brief but iconic rule from 1901 to 1910 produced some of the most admired coin designs in British history. The Edwardian period was one of elegance, technological progress, and artistic refinement, and these qualities are all reflected in the coins of the time. The 1907 penny was minted at the Royal Mint in London, a period when each coin was struck with precision and pride, ensuring that even the smallest denominations carried a sense of national identity and prestige. This particular issue stands as a lasting reminder of Britain's industrial and cultural strength during the early 20th century. The obverse of the 1907 penny features a striking portrait of King Edward VII, designed by the talented artist George William de Saulles. The king is shown facing right, wearing no crown, a deliberate design choice to reflect simplicity, dignity, and modernity. The inscription surrounding his portrait reads, Edward's 7 DG Brit. OMN, REX, FD, IND, IMP, which translates to Edward VII, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. This powerful lettering not only identifies the monarch, but also highlights Britain's vast empire and its global influence at the time. Turning the coin over, the reverse design is equally majestic and instantly recognizable to collectors, the seated figure of Britannia. She sits confidently with a trident in one hand and a shield adorned with the Union Jack in the other, gazing proudly toward the sea. This design, a symbol of British naval power and unity, had been used on pennies since the 17th century and continued through multiple monarchs, representing strength, prosperity, and the empire's far-reaching might. The date, 1907, appears below Britannia, elegantly marking this piece of history from over 100 years ago. One of the most distinctive features of the 1907 penny is its composition and color. Made from high-quality bronze, 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc, this coin has aged beautifully over the decades, often developing a rich, dark red-brown patina in circulated condition. This natural toning gives the coin an antique charm that enhances its desirability among collectors. Each mark, dent, and tone variation tells a story, perhaps of countless hands it passed through during the early 1900s, a period when Britain's economy and empire were thriving. When it comes to rarity, the 1907 penny stands out as one of the more sought-after Edward VII issues. Although millions were minted, few have survived in well-preserved circulated condition. Over time, most were lost, damaged, or melted down, leaving behind a smaller population that continues to dwindle with age. The scarcity of clean, detailed examples makes this coin a true prize for serious collectors. In particular, coins that retain sharp details on Britannia's figure and the king's facial features are becoming increasingly rare, driving up demand and value in today's market. Collectors today are fascinated not just by the coin's age, but by its impeccable design and historical resonance. The 1907 penny represents a moment in British history when craftsmanship and national pride were intertwined in every coin produced. Owning one is like holding a small piece of Edwardian Britain in your hand, a time of elegance, expansion, and optimism. These coins are treasured for their design beauty, their link to the British Empire, and their tangible connection to a bygone era that still influences the modern world. In terms of market value, the 1907 UK 1 penny has seen an impressive surge in recent years. In circulated condition, such as the red-toned example we're discussing, values can range from $25 to $100 depending on the sharpness of detail and color preservation. However, higher-grade examples, or rare varieties, such as those with slight minting errors or exceptional patina, can reach well over $500. Coins graded in extremely fine or uncirculated condition have been known to sell for $1,000 or more in auctions, with proof strikes and rare mint varieties commanding even higher prices. The steady appreciation in value makes this coin not only a collector's delight, but also a potential investment opportunity. What keeps this coin in such high demand is the growing global interest in early 20th century British coinage. Collectors from around the world, particularly from former Commonwealth nations, are seeking out coins like the 1907 penny as symbols of shared history and craftsmanship. The demand for Edward VII coins, in particular, has surged due to their relatively short production period and their artistic quality, making the 1907 penny one of the key dates to own in any serious British coin collection. For collectors who want to preserve or add a 1907 penny to their collection, the most important tip is proper care and storage. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can damage the natural surface and drastically reduce its value. Instead, store it in a dry, temperature-controlled environment, ideally in a coin capsule or acid-free holder. Always handle it by the edges to prevent fingerprints or oils from affecting its finish. Regularly check collector markets, auctions, and numismatic fairs, as opportunities to find a 1907 penny in superior condition can appear unexpectedly. And the sooner you act, the greater your chance of securing one before prices rise further. The allure of the 1907 UK 1 penny lies in its combination of beauty, history, and value potential. It's a coin that tells a story of a great king, a vast empire, and a time when every detail mattered. Its continued appreciation in collector circles shows that this small piece of bronze carries far more significance than its size suggests. The passion surrounding Edwardian coins has never been stronger, and with each passing year, coins like the 1907 penny become rarer and more cherished. The 1907 UK 1 penny is not just a relic of history. It's a golden, or rather bronze, opportunity. From its regal design to its growing collector value, it embodies everything that makes coin collecting exciting and rewarding. Next up, the 1967 UK 1 penny coin is one of those classic British treasures that continues to capture the attention of collectors all over the world. At first glance, it might appear as just another old coin from the pre-decimal era, but for numismatists and history enthusiasts, it's a symbol of an ending era and the beginning of modern British coinage. Even in black, circulated condition, this coin holds a magnetic charm, representing not only the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint, but also the rich legacy of a time when every coin carried both value and beauty. Today, the 1967 1 penny is gaining new appreciation in the collector's market, and those who recognize its hidden worth know it's a coin that could make you rich. The history of the 1967 penny is particularly significant because it was among the last British pennies ever produced before decimalization. The UK was preparing to switch its currency system from pounds, shillings, and pence to the modern decimal format in 1971, and 1967 marked one of the final years of mass production for the traditional penny. This was the end of an era stretching back centuries, when a penny was made of bronze and carried the famous seated Britannia design, a symbol of Britain's naval power and stability. For collectors, the 1967 penny is not merely a coin. It's a farewell piece, the final salute to a historic monetary tradition that defined British currency for generations. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the youthful and elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by the talented artist Mary Gillick. This was the first definitive portrait of the Queen used on British coins after her accession to the throne in 1952. The design captures Her Majesty without a crown, wearing a laurel wreath, a timeless symbol of victory and peace. Around the portrait are the words Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina FD, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, defender of the faith. This simple yet regal design gives the coin a sense of dignity and continuity, reminding collectors of the Queen's early years and the beginning of her record-breaking reign. The reverse side of the coin features the iconic seated Britannia, holding a trident in one hand and a shield bearing the Union Jack in the other. She sits proudly by the sea, representing Britain's naval strength and global influence. This design, which had graced pennies since the 17th century, was created by Leonard Charles Wyon and became one of the most enduring symbols in British numismatic art. The date, 1967, appears below Britannia, while the word 1 penny arches above, completing a design that balances grace, simplicity, and patriotic strength. Even in a circulated or blackened condition, the details of this design stand out, showing the enduring quality of Royal Mint craftsmanship. The composition of the 1967 penny adds to its appeal. It was struck in bronze, a durable alloy of 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc. Over the years, the surface of many of these coins has oxidized, creating the darkened, black patina seen on circulated examples. Far from reducing its beauty, this natural aging process gives each coin a unique character, enhancing its vintage charm. Collectors often appreciate this toning as it reflects the coin's journey through decades of British history, from bustling markets and railway stations to quiet drawers and forgotten coin jars. When discussing rarity, the 1967 penny holds a fascinating place. While it was indeed one of the most heavily produced coins of its time, what makes it desirable today is its historical importance as the final regular issue penny before decimalization. It was struck in vast quantities for the purpose of stockpiling, ensuring a smooth transition to the new decimal system. However, as years passed, many were lost, melted down, or damaged, and finding one in very fine or original circulated condition has become increasingly uncommon. Moreover, some varieties and minting errors from this year, such as weak strikes or misaligned dies, have been found and can command surprisingly high prices on the collector's market. Collector demand for the 1967 penny remains strong across the world. The coin is seen as a symbol of the last true British bronze penny, a link between the Victorian, Edwardian, and Elizabethan eras of coinage. The combination of artistry, metal quality, and historical timing makes it an essential piece in any UK or Commonwealth coin collection. Internationally, it's also popular among collectors in Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, where similar designs were used in the colonial period, adding an extra layer of cross-cultural appeal. In today's action-packed coin market, the 1967 1 penny has seen impressive value growth. In circulated condition, like the black example discussed here, these coins typically sell for between $10 and $50, depending on detail and color tone. However, coins in very fine or uncirculated condition can range from $100 to $250, and special proof strikes, made in limited quantities for collectors, can fetch several $100s. Certain error coins, like off-center strikes or doubled lettering, have reached valuations of $1,000 or more at auctions. With global interest in pre-decimal British coins increasing every year, the potential for these values to rise further is significant. The 1967 penny's market strength lies not only in rarity, but also in nostalgia. For many collectors, it represents the last touch of old money Britain, a tangible link to a simpler and prouder time. As modern coins become increasingly machine-like in their production, the charm of traditional craftsmanship has become priceless. The coin's connection to Queen Elizabeth II's early reign also gives it extra sentimental and historical importance, especially as collectors reflect on her long legacy. This emotional connection is a powerful factor in maintaining and increasing the coin's demand. For collectors interested in adding a 1967 penny to their collection, there are a few key tips. Always look for coins with clear details on Britannia's trident and shield, as these are high points that were first. Avoid over-cleaning or polishing the coin. The black patina adds authenticity and can actually increase its appeal. Store your coin in a soft, dry holder away from humidity to prevent further oxidation. Keep an eye on online marketplaces, auction sites, and local coin fairs, where hidden gems can still be found at affordable prices before they're snapped up by serious collectors. The UK 1 penny 1967 coin is more than just an old piece of change. It's a slice of living history, a coin that embodies Britain's cultural, artistic, and economic legacy. Its rich bronze composition, timeless design, and role as the final issue before the decimal system make it one of the most desirable coins for collectors worldwide. Every detail of this coin tells a story of a nation's identity, tradition, and transition into a modern era. The 1967 UK 1 penny is a remarkable coin that continues to shine even decades after its circulation. Its beauty, history, and ever-growing market value make it a must-have for serious collectors and enthusiasts alike. What was once worth a single penny now stands as a potential treasure worth hundreds, or even thousands, in today's coin market. So, check your drawers, your jars, and your old collections, because that small black penny from 1967 could be your unexpected key to a millionaire-making discovery. Next up, the UK 1 penny 1906 coin stands as a shining example of British numismatic excellence, representing a time when every coin was a true work of art. Even in black, circulated condition, this coin carries a powerful presence, a bold reminder of a bygone era when coins were not just money but pieces of history, design, and craftsmanship. The 1906 penny has gained tremendous attention in the collector market today, not just for its beauty but for its rarity and the high value it can command in the modern world. For those lucky enough to possess one, this isn't just an old piece of bronze. It's a potential treasure that could make you a millionaire in the right auction setting. The history behind the 1906 penny is deeply rooted in the reign of King Edward VII, who ruled from 1901 to 1910. These years marked a fascinating transition in British society, the Edwardian era, known for elegance, innovation, and confidence in the British Empire. The penny coin of this period reflects that pride perfectly. Struck by the Royal Mint, it was made during a time when craftsmanship mattered as much as precision. Every detail of the 1906 penny tells the story of Britain's strength and heritage, a symbol of an empire at its height. For collectors today, owning such a coin is like holding a small, tangible piece of Edwardian history in your hands. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the dignified portrait of King Edward VII, designed by George William de Saulles, one of the Royal Mint's most talented engravers. The king's profile faces right, with a calm yet authoritative expression that captures the royal elegance of the time. The inscription reads, Edward 7 Jare, Brit. OMN, Rex FID, Def, IND, IMP, which translates to Edward VII, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. This powerful message encircles his image, reminding everyone of the monarch's reach and influence. Even today, this portrait remains one of the most admired royal designs in British coinage history. On the reverse side of the 1906 penny sits the timeless image of Britannia, the majestic female warrior who had appeared on pennies for centuries. She is seated proudly on a rock, holding a trident in one hand and a shield bearing the Union Jack in the other, symbolizing Britain's naval dominance and unity. The word 1 penny arches above her, and the date, 1906, rests below. The detailing in this design is exquisite, even on circulated examples. The flowing robes, the texture of the waves beneath her feet, and the boldness of her trident make this coin a miniature masterpiece. Its balance of power and beauty gives it a strong presence, unmatched by many coins of the same era. The 1906 penny was struck in bronze, a classic combination of 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc, which has aged beautifully over time. Many coins from this period have developed a dark, black patina due to oxidation, giving them a rich, antique appearance that collectors adore. This natural toning adds character and individuality to every coin, proving its authenticity and long journey through history. Far from being a flaw, the black coloration enhances its appeal, giving it the elegant aura of an ancient artifact that has stood the test of time. When it comes to rarity, the 1906 penny holds a special position in the hearts of serious collectors. While it was part of a regular mintage, the number of surviving examples in good condition is far smaller than most people imagine. Many were lost during the First World War, melted for metal reuse, or simply worn down from circulation. Finding a 1906 penny today with clear details on both Edward VI's portrait and Britannia's figure is becoming increasingly difficult, and that scarcity drives its value up dramatically. Rare varieties, such as coins with minor die errors or unusual lettering, are even more desirable and have fetched impressive sums in auctions worldwide. The collector demand for the 1906 penny continues to grow every year. Its connection to the Edwardian era, combined with its stunning artistry and historical depth, makes it a favorite among British and international collectors alike. It's not just a coin. It's a statement piece that tells a story of power, pride, and craftsmanship. Many collectors view this coin as the crown jewel of early 20th century British bronze, especially those who specialize in pre-decimal issues. The global demand for antique British coins has also skyrocketed in recent years, making the 1906 penny a true investment-grade collectible. In the current market, the 1906 UK 1 penny can reach impressive dollar values depending on its condition and rarity. In circulated, black-tone condition, these coins can sell anywhere from $50 to $200, depending on eye appeal and clarity. In very fine to extremely fine grades, collectors have paid between $300 and $700. Coins in near uncirculated or mint state condition can fetch over $1,000, and those with verified minting errors or special varieties have sold for several $1,000s in major coin auctions. It's not uncommon to see pristine examples reach over $5,000 in today's booming numismatic market, a remarkable rise for a coin that once held the value of just a single penny. What makes the 1906 penny particularly attractive to investors and collectors is its steady appreciation over time. Unlike modern coins that fluctuate rapidly in value, classic Edwardian pennies have shown consistent growth. As the availability of genuine, well-preserved pieces continues to shrink, demand remains high. Many experts in the coin trade predict that the 1906 penny's value could double or even triple in the coming decade, especially as more collectors worldwide seek to own tangible links to Britain's royal and industrial past. For collectors looking to find or preserve their 1906 penny, a few simple steps can make all the difference. Always handle the coin carefully by its edges and avoid cleaning it with harsh chemicals, as this can damage its natural patina. Store it in an acid-free holder or protective capsule, away from humidity or direct sunlight. Research reputable dealers, attend coin fairs, and watch online auctions, as these are the best places to discover rare varieties and high-grade examples. Patience and knowledge are key. The right 1906 penny can be both a historical keepsake and a smart investment that appreciates in value year after year. The beauty of the 1906 UK 1 penny lies not only in its physical design, but in the powerful story it tells. It represents an era of confidence and craftsmanship, a time when British coinage reflected the might and grace of the empire itself. Every line, every engraving, and every touch of its darkened bronze carries echoes of Edwardian pride. Whether viewed as an antique collectible or a financial opportunity, the coin stands as a lasting symbol of wealth, artistry, and history combined. The UK 1 penny 1906 coin is a true masterpiece that continues to shine in today's global coin market. Its timeless beauty, connection to King Edward VI's reign, and growing scarcity make it one of the most sought-after coins of the early 1900s. Even in its black, circulated condition, it radiates a charm that few coins can match. This coin isn't just a remnant of the past, it's a key to unlocking potential fortune in the present. So if you ever come across a 1906 penny, treasure it, because it might just be the rare find that turns an ordinary collection into a millionaire's discovery. Next up, the UK 1 penny 1936 coin is one of those classic British coins that instantly captivates the imagination of collectors and history lovers alike. Even in very fine condition, this coin stands out as a stunning relic from a fascinating moment in royal and national history. Its design, metalwork, and story make it more than just a coin. It's a collectible masterpiece that holds immense numismatic and sentimental value. Today, this coin has become a symbol of vintage British heritage and a rising star in the collector's market, often fetching impressive dollar values and attracting high competition at auctions worldwide. For those who own or discover one, the 1936 penny could truly be a life-changing find. The 1936 penny was minted during the reign of King George V, a monarch whose rule spanned from 1910 until his death in early 1936. This was a year of great transition for Britain, famously remembered as the Year of the Three Kings. After the passing of George V, his son Edward VIII briefly took the throne but abdicated before any coins were struck in his name for circulation. This historical twist makes the 1936 penny even more intriguing. It represents the very last issue of pennies to bear the portrait of George V, making it a piece of royal legacy frozen in time. That sense of finality and change gives this coin a powerful emotional and historical appeal. The obverse of the 1936 penny features the distinguished portrait of King George V, facing left, designed by the legendary artist Bertram Mackennal. The king's strong yet thoughtful expression is surrounded by the Latin inscription, Georgives vide jare, Brit. OMN, Rex FID, Def, IND, IMP, which translates to George V, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. This detailed engraving captures the dignity of a monarch who guided Britain through World War I and a period of immense global change. The sharpness of this design, especially in well-preserved coins, remains a marvel of early 20th century minting craftsmanship. Turning to the reverse, we find one of the most iconic symbols in British coinage, the image of Britannia. Seated gracefully, she holds her trident firmly in one hand and a shield bearing the Union Jack in the other, with the waves of the sea at her feet. This design, originally by Leonard Charles Wyon, had been used for decades, yet in 1936 it seemed to take on a deeper meaning, representing Britain's resilience and global strength even in uncertain times. The inscription, 1 penny, arcs proudly above her, with the date, 1936, below. Every detail of Britannia's robes, her helmet, and the rippling water beneath her is crafted with remarkable artistry that makes this coin a true visual delight. The 1936 penny was struck in high-quality bronze, a composition of copper, tin, and zinc, giving it a warm, rich tone that has aged beautifully over time. In very fine condition, the coin's natural patina enhances its vintage charm, adding depth and contrast to its intricate design. Unlike modern coins that often lose appeal after circulation, this piece only grows more attractive with age, as the aging metal adds character and authenticity. Collectors love this natural look, and it's part of what makes the 1936 penny so desirable in today's rare coin market. What truly elevates the 1936 penny to legendary status is its rarity. Although millions were minted, very few examples have survived in such fine condition, especially with all design details intact and minimal wear. Over the decades, many were lost, melted, or heavily circulated, making high-quality specimens increasingly hard to find. Moreover, the 1936 issue marks the end of an era, the last George V penny before the tumultuous events of Edward VIII's abdication and the subsequent coinage changes under George VI. This unique historical positioning makes it a must-have for any serious collector of British pre-decimal coins. Collectors today seek the 1936 penny not only for its historical depth, but also for its strong market performance. The demand for pre-decimal British pennies has soared globally, particularly for those from the early 20th century with clean designs and strong historical connections. Coins like the 1936 penny are now viewed as long-term investments rather than just collectibles. The combination of rarity, age, and the story behind it makes every piece a talking point, a centerpiece in coin collections, and a treasured heirloom for generations. In the current collector market, the value of a UK 1 penny 1936 coin can vary widely depending on its grade and condition. In very fine condition, it can command anywhere from $50 to $150, while examples in extremely fine or uncirculated grades can sell for $300 to over $1,000. Exceptional specimens, particularly those with mint luster or minimal wear, have been known to reach values of several $1,000s at top auction houses. This upward trajectory reflects not only collector enthusiasm, but also the coin's intrinsic beauty and historical relevance. Experts believe the 1936 penny's value will continue to rise as fewer high-quality examples become available in private hands. As collectors and investors increasingly turn toward tangible assets with historical significance, coins like this are seen as both financial and cultural treasures. The market for early 20th century British coins remains strong and resilient, with new buyers from around the world entering the hobby each year, further driving demand and price growth. For those who own one, the 1936 penny isn't just an old coin. It's a growing investment that connects the past to the future. For collectors looking to preserve their 1936 penny, proper care is essential. Always store the coin in a protective holder or capsule to prevent oxidation and scratching. Never attempt to clean the coin with chemicals or abrasive materials, as this can severely reduce its value. Instead, allow its natural toning to remain. That patina is part of its history and proof of authenticity. It's also wise to have valuable specimens graded and authenticated by a professional numismatic service, as certification can greatly enhance both its credibility and market value. The 1936 UK 1 penny is far more than just a piece of metal. It's a reflection of Britain's royal legacy, craftsmanship, and the resilience of its people. Each coin tells a story of transition, from the end of George V's reign to the uncertain times that followed. Its timeless design, strong historical foundation, and undeniable beauty make it one of the most admired coins among British numismatics. Whether displayed in a collection or passed down as a family treasure, it continues to capture hearts and inspire wonder. In conclusion, the UK 1 penny 1936 coin remains one of the most captivating and potentially valuable coins of its era. With its deep historical background, flawless design, and ever-growing collector demand, it holds a strong position in the market today. Even in very fine condition, this coin shines as a true collectible masterpiece that could easily transform from a simple heirloom into a millionaire's discovery. If you ever come across a 1936 penny, take a moment to appreciate its legacy, because you might just be holding a rare piece of history worth far more than you can imagine.